Alright, and Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, first and foremost, before we get started, we'll give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
I'm gonna say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, rule well, teach well, being great example to Israel, mind the elect, and peace and blessings to home people on the four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity. Their great song. I read with Jim Best Business Count. I was just talking with a quick message of the spirit and power we have by Shema Shai. I'm gonna hand to the brother Abnah. I hope you got to be edified when we got the law down.
The name of this lesson is, do you really believe in the Lord? But you got some, mainly Christians claim they love the Lord, believe in the Lord, but their actions speak otherwise. Go contrary to it, man. So we're just going to get the scriptures, talking to the Lord and be edified.
This is Sirach chapter 32, verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fall never the worse.
Read again.
This is Sirach 32 and 24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment.
Right, he that believe in the Lord taketh heed to the commandments. You being obedient, man. You're going to take heed to the commandments, which is what? Love, man. Because believing in something, basically go back to love.
And he that trusteth in him shall fall never the worse.
Right, you'll feel never the worse, man. Your journey, man. So what's the commandments, man? What is love? Keeping the commandments. What we about to get,
This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 23. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son, Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Right, they say this is the commandment. Read again at the top.
This is 1 John 3 and 23. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son.
On the name of his son. You got some count saying the name don't matter.
Right.
But the whole time when the Lord was on the scene, he basically was saying, I come in my father's name. So our name don't matter, man. Believe on the name of the son, which is what? Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to love.
And love one another, and he gave us commandments.
And he gave us commandments, which is what? Laws, statutes, commandments. And that would give it to the nation of Israel, the Israelites, man.
Verse 24. And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him, and hereby we know that he abideth in us.
He abided in us. We keep his commandments, man. And this is really believing in the Lord. We believe in the name of Yahweh Shai,
By the Spirit which he hath given us.
By the Spirit, the comforter, man. So you really believe in the Lord, you go obey his voice. Because law, statutes, commandments ain't the other way to live, man.
Yep. You can't say you love the Lord and then you don't obey none of his laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You just go on your own emotion and your own free will. That ain't loving the Lord, man. It's a standard, man. When it comes to the Heavenly Father, man, you have to try your best to basically live up to it. We ain't perfect, but we fighting though. We're trying to show the Most High that we're hey, we love him.
Because that's another thing that the so-called Christians, the plantation Christianity pushes, is that love is like they push the romantic idea of love rather than it's based off of emotions. But no, the true love really, I got it in the etymology line. I'm just going to get to the point. The German, where it derived from the German,
Is for love.
There's love, which means praise. So if you praise the Lord, and you substitute love with praise, then you're going to keep the commandments.
Matter of fact, I got a precept.
Believe.
It's John 12, starting at 43. For they love the praise of men more than the praise of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai cried and said, He that believeth on me, believeth not on me, but on him that sent me.
That's it. Because, back then, our people didn't really believe in the Lord. The Lord was doing miracles in front of them, they still didn't believe. And the ones that don't believe now, hey, they left us for destruction, basically, man.
Yep. And that's what the precept was saying, that they love the praise of men. That's what Christians love, the praise of men. That good, confident feel like love is no matter what your feeling and your emotions bring, I'm going to tell you what's right. See, love is telling you the truth no matter what. Love is basically the truth, man. Okay? And the truth is keeping the Lord's commandments. That's what the truth is, keeping the Lord's commandments. So no matter how good that pork chop sandwich is to you, I'm gonna tell you that shit bad for you. That shit, you sin it. I don't care how good you cook it up, bake it, fry it, saute the shrimp, grill the shrimp. It don't matter. It's abomination. It's a sin. Right? You can't sleep with that man's woman. I don't care how good she looks, how bad she wants you. You can't do it. It's a sin. Right?
Love is an action word.
That's right, bro.
So anything that you love, you're gonna try your best. To not mess it up or to please it. So hey, how much more the truth? The Lord have blessed us, man. So we see the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding.
Because that's what the Lord was about. Just like, yeah, it hurt. You read that, like John 16, you shall have sorrow with the word, but I gotta tell you this. It's the truth. You're about to catch hell. But guess what? We know now. Because when we in it, we're going to rejoice in it, basically. We chapter 16, John 16. You got the word belief. Bring that up.
This is the word believe, according to the edomonline.com. It means to have faith or confidence.
To have faith or confidence. Go ahead.
It says to believe, hold dear or valuable or satisfactory, to love.
To love. So believe going to love.
To care, desire, love.
That's basically what believing going into. So you really believe in the Lord. Well, you really love the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments. You're going to obey his voice, basically. You're going to do the thing that he asked you to do, man. The Lord said, what did the Lord tell Peter? You love me, feed my sheep. We believe that the Lord is on his way back. You believe in salvation, multiplied crowns. We got to do the things that he said to do so we can receive those things, man.
Yeah, you can't just talk. You can't just talk it.
Lip
service.
service.
Lip service. You got to be about it.
Because they're going to, get James 2 and 12. Because if you really believe in something, you're going to act on it, man. Just like you want, say you want an A in the subject, A in math class. What you going to do? You're going to put in the work. You're going to study. You're going to do the homework. You believe you want an A or whatever, man. Yeah, James 2 and 12.
All right, this is James 2 and verse 12 says, so speak ye and so do.
That's James 17. James 2 and 17.
2 and 17. That's what you want? 2 and 18.
Yeah.
All right, this is James 2 and 18. It says, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
So you got to have both. Jump down to the last verse. I think like 20.
All right, it says, but thou know.
Not the last verse.
Okay, 26, it says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also.
Dead also. So you got to have both. That's why you read 2 Corinthians 9:7. Those.
I got it.
Then it said the body is dead without the spirit, Oh, what? This word?
Yeah, it's 2 Corinthians 9 and 7. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
Whereby you have believed, man. That's the whole point of the lesson, man. Do you really believe in the Lord? You're gonna do the works, you're gonna have faith. Your works your faith will speaks by his works, man. By your labor, man. You know. You got
This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways.
Yep.
And y'all remember he said his word not grievous, man. Alright, it ain't hard. Alright, it just our people been westernized, man. Too long. But we coming back through the spirit of power we have about Shabbat Shah, man. And what we rehearsing the righteous act. That's part of keeping the law. Alright, to the best of your ability, man. Alright, this law, it said this is the whole book of the law. And we do it forever.
This is John 14 and 15. It says, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Yeah, that's plain and simple. If you love me, keep my commandments. And this is what the Lord was basically saying. How can you say the laws done away with? And the Lord was basically pushing the law, man. Fulfilling the law, man. The law, statutes, commandments going to be in us in the kingdom of heaven. Going to be in us. That's the new covenant. The same laws, man.
Yeah. Jumping down to verse 21, it says, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. And I will love him and will manifest myself to him.
Keep going.
Judas saith unto him, not Iscariot, Lord, how is it that thou wilt manifest thyself unto us, and not unto the world? Yahushua answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings.
What the precept, what talking about brought up, man. They really didn't believe in the Lord, man. But it said, he that love me, keepeth not my sayings. Because if you don't believe in something, you're not gonna pursue after it. You go live it deep, Keep going.
It says, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me.
Yeah, that's why the Lord said, man, if they had kept your saying, if they had kept my sayings, they would keep yours also. Because we come in the name of Yahweh Shemashah. And 2/3, a lot of people, they still don't believe in that, man. You want to say something on that?
No, I just had a precept. Y'all go ahead and finish up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's the love of the Father. Like, we come in the love of the Father, not some other type of love, like this romantic idea of love or any other type of false sense of love. That's not the love of the Father. The love of the Father is keeping His commandments. It's that simple.
That's who Yahushua came again. Keeping the commandments, the words of Yahweh, his Father, man. When we come in there, it's an order to it, man.
This Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, but this is the whole duty of man.
It's your whole focus in life. To fear the Most High, keep His commandments, and serve Him, man.
Yeah, because the Christian community, I tell you that the laws are done away with. We saved through faith, right? But like he just went into earlier, in James, faith without works is dead. You are judged according to your works as well, because you have to keep the law. Yahushua was the law. When you go into really what Yahushua did when he came, it say he fulfilled. He said he came not to destroy but to fulfill the things that was written in the laws and the prophets. Now it's still prophecies that have not yet come to pass, and still prophecies that he has to fulfill, ultimately the salvation. But how does salvation come? Right? Salvation comes through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Lord's judgment. And his judgment is that we keep his commandments. Matter of fact, get that 1 John
5.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. Whosoever believeth that Yahweh Shai is the Hamashiach is born of Yahweh, and every one that loveth him, that begat, loveth him also that is begotten of him. By this we know that we love the children of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, when we love Yahweh and keep His commandments.
When we keep His commandments, that's when the love of the Lord is known. Is when you keep His commandments, not because you held the door for everybody that walk through. You let them go first. You know, you stop at the stop sign, and they look at the praise that the world gives. Like that's hypocritical.
The courtesy of
The courtesy. You know, I fed a homeless man today. You know,
Christmas.
yeah, right.
It's basically the Christianity way of real life.
Right. It's really worldly. It's the worldly way of love, and the world really doesn't have no love. As the Lord say, He is not of this world, and the world hates the Most High, and that's why their concept of love is completely contrary to the judgment, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right.
But the love that was given to them was given by who? The devil.
Prince of this world.
Right. The prince of this world.
Basically, Esau taught our people how to love. You know, because the scriptures teach us really how to love, man.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
easy.
everything goes back to what? The law.
Yep.
You know?
Is when you go into fulfill, the brother can get that in Matthew 5 and 17. Yeah, go ahead.
1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
Right. And then when you get to telling them about the simple things to keep in the commandments, you know, it's like, what's so hard about that? It ain't nothing. It's not hard to stop shaving your beard. It's not hard to stop sleeping around with other men and women. That ain't, I mean, you can do that easily.
Yeah.
You know. Now it is spirits out there that jump on you, but if you pray, you can just stop doing it. You know, if you really love the Lord, you're gonna stop doing it when you know that these things are sins worthy of death. It's not hard to stop celebrating Christmas, you know, stop celebrating Easter and Thanksgiving and all these pagan holidays, man. We got our own high holidays, right? And you ask a Christian like, where is this holiday in the Bible? But why you don't celebrate this why you don't celebrate the days that's, you know what I'm saying, that's in the Bible? Because for them to accept the high holy days that's in the Old Testament, that'll destroy the ideology that the Old Testament and the law is done away with. But why are you tired?
Why are you tired?
Why are you tired?
That's the law. That's a law that they didn't do away with that one.
They do away with that one.
Law of time.
Right.
Yep.
Choke on it.
Because they pastors are wolves.
Yep.
You know? Wolves in sheep's clothing.
I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
like to back you up on that. Like, can you jump down to 16? Like, correct it or something?
Which one?
I'm the same in the same chapter.
Oh.
1 John 5, 16.
Yeah.
It's on 1 John 5 and 16. If any man see his brother sin a sin which is not unto death, he shall ask, and he shall give him life for them that sin not unto death.
Which is what? Pray. That's true love. That's why we out on the highways and byways correcting our people, you know? What's that? Cry loud, spell not, show my people that transgression. That's true love, you know, we built and correcting our neighbor, man.
Yep.
Our Israelite, you know, our brothers, man. Tell them where you going off it, man.
Yep.
If there's a fire in the house, you know, you gonna tell them to get the fuck out.
Right.
You know, you ain't gonna just let them be. You correct, correct your child.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna say open the Greek, better than
It's
the
sick
sick
of
love.
love. And this 4 John, you know, the 5th chapter, which we just brought up, this is love, keep all the commandments, and this part of it, telling our people where they going off there, man. Seeing our brother sin and sin. Hey, you can't eat that pork, you gonna go off. That's love, correct him.
part of Ezekiel. We going in Ezekiel.
Yeah, John, yeah,
Watch,
the
you
second
gotta
chapter.
watch. Yeah.
That's right, man. This the Lord gave us a job to do, man. And this is what we doing. We going down there and to warn our people. You know, it was prophecy made to speak before it happens, and that's what we telling our people. You know, and that's the love, man. All right, because we showing you, hey, this how you can come back to the Heavenly Father. You know, this how you can get right. You know what I'm saying? This how you able to save your soul. All right, you do these things right here, man. And that's what the Lord gave us the ability to do. You know, through the spirit of power, man. On behalf of our shot.
You finish that off. So that's
I just
what
want
we're
to make
doing. You gotta go ahead.
quick point. That's also part of us getting the blood off of our hands. That's why I brought up the Ezekiel, because it takes a special type of spirit to even tell somebody where they're going off. And people in the world don't give a damn. Like, shit, the ideology in the world is, I'm staying in my lane. I'm just staying out the way.
I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna do me.
That's his life.
That's him.
That's him.
But when the spirit of the Lord is really on you, you understand now. The number one commandment is for you to love the Lord thy God, and then the second one is love thy neighbor as thyself. And you supposed to be laying down your life. You know what I'm saying? You won't want nobody to watch you walk into a pit, walk into a goddamn walk off a cliff. You know, like
You
damn.
just look.
Like damn.
You could have said, "Hey, that's this world," because that's exactly how they live.
That's how this
man.
world is.
Hey, that's how they live. They'll see you going out, see you about to do something. I'm just gonna,
Yeah.
watch this nigga. He finna, you know what I'm saying? He finna fuck up.
And what's this stupid ass?
Watch this, yeah.
Jake sit there laughing.
You know, to the curses, man.
Yeah. Hey, can I bring this out? Go ahead and finish it, and I bring this. Can I bring this out after?
Yeah, we still got that map for you too.
Yeah.
There is a sin unto death. I do not say that he shall pray for it.
Right, there's a sin unto death. You know, it's all different kinds of sins. You know, but
Hey, this is one of the sins that's unto death. If we don't, it say, woe unto us if we preach not the gospel. So if we don't tell you the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to keep his commandments, guess what? We in transgression of the law by not telling you. Why you think Great Millstone so heavy on rebuking and reproving these camps when they're going off? We can't just watch them say these stupid ass sayings like John the Baptist, what is the truth, and you can have anal sex, and we can't just listen to them preach that and not be held accountable, man.
we can't let that slide.
We
baby.
can't let that slide.
You know. You got.
This is Ezekiel 33, and I started too. I'm gonna read kind of fast. It says, "Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto him, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for the watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, and he bloweth the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head."
Right, because we told you through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, this war is coming. That's what we saying now. Hey, Jacob trouble is coming.
Yep.
You know, so when that time comes, you can't say we didn't want you.
Right.
You got some gonna take heed and gonna be like, hey, the water.
Hey, no cloak for your sins.
No cloak
man.
for your sins.
Hey, we told you, you can't say you weren't warned, man. Yep. You blowing the trumpet.
It says, "He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul."
See, he didn't take it warning. So if you listen, you take heed to these words, man, you can save your soul, man.
Yep.
You know? But if not,
So that go back into faith when I was dead.
all right.
Because once you hear this word, you take heed to it, you start to do it.
Start walking.
Because it become a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But basically, that's what the commandment is, man. It become a lifestyle, man. You know?
But this is the whole duty.
This
Right.
all duty.
Duty.
Yep. This Bible is the duty. This is what we're supposed to be dedicated to, because you can't tell the law if you don't know the law. You know, that's why I say study to show thyself approved, and diligently seek after the Lord. this you gotta have food to feed the sheep, right? If you don't know the law, you can't tell nobody what the laws is. If you don't know what the Lord's judgment is, you can't tell nobody, right? So he set us up to be those watchmen. He said, who will stand up for me against the evildoers, right? And it's talking about the sword. That's what we're doing. Who are the evildoers? Esau, Edom. That's the sword. You know? That's the man that's going to bring the sword. That's the man that the Lord set up on the left-hand side to destroy you, Jake. And we out here, hey, proclaiming to you every day, day in and day out. Look at this. Look at what he's doing. Watch. Look, that's the boogeyman. Look, he in the closet. Look, he under the bed. Look, he in the airplane. He in the airplane.
Watch it. Like Jake be telling his dog, man. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him.
Hey, we gotta kill for the sheep.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yep. I'm finished. It says, but if the watchmen see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, so if we don't tell you that the mob is the RFID microchip, right? We don't tell you about that, and we know, guess what? The Lord gonna take us out. You know? Yep. It say if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So that's the spirit that's on us. Like, shit, you won't say I ain't say. You won't say we ain't tell you. You won't be able to say that we didn't commit to our duty, right? Because that's what a fear kick in.
Yeah.
When we know, okay, if I don't go out here and feed the sheep,
That's it. The Lord gonna get
the Lord
me.
gonna get my ass.
Yeah, I think I remember this all being recorded. You know, that's how you know they gonna have no cloak for their sins.
Yep.
Because the Lord really gonna, put it in them and we wind the backbone and like, yeah, you heard this word.
Yep. Like, cause you know Jake, man. Jake good at blaming us.
Excuses.
Yeah. Why you didn't tell me then? If you knew it was that shit, why you didn't say nothing? Hey, Jake good at that shit. Nah, man. Like you say, you gonna get that rewind, but the Lord gonna put it back in your memory. Nah, you rejected it. You walk right past the truth, man.
It's just like mom and dad left the house. You big brother, you big sister, whoever, you in charge of the little siblings. That they in there doing some shit on your watch.
Yeah.
Who gonna get in trouble? The angels gonna get in trouble.
Yeah,
And you let them. You let them come on.
You let him.
You let them do it, huh?
The hell you was doing?
Why you ain't call me? Shit, we calling, Lord. These niggas down here doing it again. These niggas ain't listening.
They ain't listening. Yep.
That's exactly what we do. We telling our people. That's true love, you know?
That's right.
We say, love the neighbor is that self. We love ourselves.
Yeah,
You know?
It being judged by the law.
Because we didn't tell a person, let's just like Jake into dealing with drugs or something. We probably tell her, hey, you had that wrong path. Another Jake like, shit, keep doing it. You know, we don't really care for him, man. You know?
And that's where Yahweh Shai, our big brother, came and did for us. Like, showing us. Matter of fact, can y'all bring that Matthew 5:17 out, and then we'll get the word fulfilled? Because that's ultimately what he did. He came to look after us to show us how to do and please, the Most High.
The comforter.
The comforter.
Great example.
Yeah, he came. He set the example, right? Like, hey, this how y'all supposed to be acting. This what y'all supposed to be doing.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I came not to destroy, but to fulfill.
And go to the word fulfilled and go to the outline of biblical usage. 3C, I believe.
Strong G 4137. Play it up.
Outline biblical usage. C3, it means to fulfill, to cause the Most High's will, as made known in the law, to obey as it should be.
Obey as it should be.
So that's what Yahweh Shai came to do. That was part of the fulfilling. Read that again.
This is outline biblical usage. C, it say to fulfill and to cause the Most High's will,
To cause the Most High's will,
as made known in the law.
as made known where?
In the law.
As made known where?
In the law.
In the law. We get away with it. It's known in the law what we're supposed to be doing. right? And that's what he was stressing it, you know.
To be obeyed as it should be. The Most High's promise given through the prophets to receive fulfillment.
And it was a way to do it. You're supposed to keep the law in the spirit, not to be seen like, oh, I'm keeping the law. You keeping the law, but why you not keeping God's laws? You know, it's a spirit you're supposed to be in, right? Because we understand it's not solely based upon law. You ain't supposed to just be out there like you holier than thou. It say our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. We not telling you to keep the laws as if we're perfect.
Right.
We're telling you to make a perfect effort. Like, come back with all you can to try to please the Lord, to try to perform the will of Yahweh Shimi Hawashai.
Right. That's why I say we rehearsing
Yep.
the righteous act. And when you're going to rehearsing, it's going to what? Practice.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And what? Practice what? Make perfect.
Yep.
And basically, that's what we're doing, man. We got back to our heritage. You know, we rocking stone. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, you know the name. You know, we coming back.
Yep. We got a brotherhood.
Yeah, got the brotherhood.
Yep.
Hey, we quick get back to 548.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
Right, so we scribe. So I said scribe unto the truth and to death, man. And with this, hey, we keeping the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability.
Because that's what's in heaven. It's perfect
Order.
perfect order. Ain't nobody sinning in heaven in the spiritual realm. Ain't nobody transgressing the laws in the spiritual realm, right? That's why I say in Matthew, what's the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6 chapter?
6th chapter.
We say, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Yeah, because, read that again.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. It say, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
Now we get John 7:38.
Yeah, I thought you were
It's the book of John, chapter 7, verse 38. And it reads, He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
He that believed on me, the scripture has said, man. This word. The Lord said he come in the volume of the book. That's plain and simple. It is written on him.
That's right.
You know? So,
Hey, so like that chick that was with vocab now, she tried to split the different commandments. Oh, he talking about the law of God, not the law of Christ.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you talking about, man? That lets you know, man, these Christians is
Confused and
Boy.
fucked up in the mind. Just excuse me. Because how you like I think it was it Eliasha woman was going into it too,
yep.
and he didn't expound on it as much this particular point, but he mentioned it. He was like, how y'all say that God and Jesus is the same person?
Right.
They one. So what you talking about? I think it was on the comment board. Because I read the comments. But anyway, like I thought, I said, you know what? What the fuck is they talking about? They just be saying
It's
shit.
just saying shit.
Like y'all, because y'all can contradict y'all own doctrine, and y'all doctrine already off.
Yep.
So that just show you.
She cut the Trinity.
She cut the Trinity.
That's how you know that the Most High Word is faith and truth. Because he said he was going to send them strong delusion that they say, what, believe a lie.
Right.
And when you look at Christianity, they ain't nothing but lies, man. Give me from master.
hey, can I get this? This is John 5:43. I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another should come in his own name, him ye will receive.
That's what Christianity, they're anti-Messiah. That's what they are. It really is anti-Christ. That's what it is, man. Because they come in their own name. They like the precepts of men is what they uphold. because
The 501c3 charter.
yeah, yep,
You know.
and it, everything that they do really go back to the Roman Catholic Church implementing all these different idol worships, Sunday worship, because it's also too in the book of John. It say that the Lord, when He rose, it was the first day of the week. So that's why they say that Easter Sunday. That's why I say Easter Sunday. They say Sunday is the first day of their week. You know, so that sun worship was implemented back then. All bullshit, man.
Man, it's crazy though, because the Lord say he come in his father's name, but how can the other groups say the name don't matter? You see?
Yep.
Lord, it can't, don't make sense, man.
Yeah, then that's back up too, going back to the Old Testament.
Yep.
My name is in Him.
My name is in him. I'm gonna read 44. How can ye believe which receive honor one of another and seek not the honor that cometh from the Most High only? And I'm gonna read that in the NLT. No wonder you can't believe. For you gladly honor each other, but you don't care about the honor that comes from the one who alone is the Most High.
You can't get around that. Man. It's plain.
And I'm gonna jump down to 46. I can keep going, but I'm gonna jump down to 46. Except for, hey, you believe Moses, you will have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words?
It's blind.
If you would have believed Moses, you would have believed me.
Yep.
Right?
Sure, you believe
You
both.
can't separate. Hey, they try to.
See? With me.
Yeah.
You say, Lo, I come in the volume of the book is written of me, man. Because Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai was keeping.
Exactly.
What law Yahweh Shai was keeping?
Yeah. Laws of Moses.
The laws of Moses.
See?
Well, it is not the laws of Moses. He was keeping the laws of the Most High.
Right.
Because he gave them to Moses.
Right.
When you really go into it, Yahweh Shai, the finger of God, that's Yahweh Shai.
Exactly.
What he was keeping was what was given to him. He gave it to Moses. So they don't understand, like, because you got Old Testament Israelites don't believe in the New Testament, don't believe in Yahweh Shai. Like, you got confusion on every level when it comes to this doctrine, man, to the true doctrine. And that's how you know the Lord is about separatism, right? He about separatism, man. He about separating his elect from the world. You got worldly Israelites, you got all these Jakes that's in a Gentile state of mind that has adopted the ways of the world, all right? And it's all against the scriptures. It's all anti-Messiah, man. It's all anti-Christ, antichrist, what they say. You know, but they think the antichrist is one man,
Right.
you know. It's you got it out.
What's next?
I got one. If brothers don't got something, they loaded.
I got one too.
Go ahead.
John 15, I think you're gonna have that.
Oh shit, I pulled it off from it, but I go back and get it.
Tell them, you gonna bring it
This
up.
Go ahead. I'll bring it back around. I just
John 15. All right, this is John 15, verse 10. It says, "If you keep my commandments, you shall abide in my love."
That's plain and simple. What is the love? Keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Doing the will of the Most High. Just fine.
Yep.
Just trick it down to your outside, you know?
It says, "Even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love." Hey, can I get this real quick?
because he had to think about it. The Lord commanded him to do what he did for us. Like that was his job. Like it was so much pressure on him. Like he was asking, like, is there any other way? The Lord didn't answer him. Then that was the answer. Like, you know what you gotta do. We already talked about this, son. You know what you gotta do. So he shed that blood for us to just do whatever the hell we want to do. Where's the logic? Like, where's the logic, man? Yeah, that ain't even something deep that you really got to. That's how you know it's the Most High that's blinded them. Because that's why we call them bug outs. Because it's so simple to know that we must keep the laws of the Most High. Because what else you gonna do? Right?
What's left?
What else you gonna do? Sin. Everything else, if you don't keep the law, you sin it. It ain't no in between. Because sin is transgression of the law.
I got one real quick. This Romans 7:12. It says, wherefore the law is holy and the commandment holy and just and good.
Hey, go back to 4 John 5 and what's that? 5 and 3.
I got one real quick. 1 John 2 and 4. He that says, I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoso keepeth his word, him verily is the love of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, perfected. Hereby we know that we are in him. That's how we know we like that, because like we hate when we go off, you know, and we like even like when we doing good we feel like bad because we like we really ain't no good. We can't like we ain't like never satisfied in this life. Like man, we want to get the hell up out of here so bad, and a lot of us because we know like this body is defiled. Like we can't please the Most High no other way but by doing this work, and it's not of the law, right? Well, I'm gonna get that in Romans, but it's not of the law that we'll say, right? But we still have to keep the laws. That's what proves that we love Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah.
Your belief.
Your faith. That's part of your
work.
That's part of your faith.
It's going back to believing. Do you really believe in the Lord? Your faith. Do you really have faith in the Lord? You know? Plain and simple. Read that again. Go ahead.
This Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over man as long as he liveth. Going back to what keeping of the commandment is as long as you live, man. So you must keep the laws, statutes, commandments, but hey, we rehearse it. So we keep it to the best of our ability, man. You know, we can't keep it perfect in this wicked ass kingdom we in, man. We're dealing with homosexual. We can't stone them. Alright, we'll go to what? We'll go to jail. You know? We can't really keep the Sabbath, right? But we have to work on the Sabbath.
Yeah.
You know? So these are certain things that you know you can't do. So the one that you can keep to the best of your ability, man.
Your faith, your belief was going to save you. Not the law, statutes, commandments.
Your faith is the key. But guess what? You also have to what? It says do dominion over man as long as he living.
And can a brother hold Romans 3 and 31? Start around 29.
Hey, you read that again?
Because going into what backing about what he was just saying, like the law had dominion over you as long as you live it. But at the end of the day, the laws is ultimately what keep us alive, because the wages of sin is death. So keeping the laws is what make you live. Like you keep the laws, that's what's gonna bring long life.
That's how you know. That's how you know this kingdom that we in is the God of this world is wicked.
Destruction.
Because that's how our people know.
Yeah.
You know, it's how to be wicked. You see, but in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be in us, man. So everything gonna be dwelling in righteousness, man. You know why? Because everything gonna be governed under the what? The laws, statutes, and commandments.
He said the law abided forever.
Yeah, that's right.
The Lord say right after he said he came to fulfill the law, in verse 18 he said, not one jot nor tittle in no wise shall pass from the law until all things are fulfilled.
Right.
You know?
And guess what? We're not in the kingdom of heaven yet.
Right.
This place ain't destroyed yet.
Right.
So the law is still going to be fulfilled in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
It said out of Zion should go forth the law. What law that is if the law, statutes, commandments done away with? It going to be your law? Hell no.
Right.
He lawless. he make laws and then make other laws to
You make them with pencil.
Yeah.
You erase it. Nah. Change
Add
it.
something to
I
that.
ain't meant to say
That
this.
ain't right. But
But well, put corners on the end.
But this don't apply to me. This don't apply to me.
right.
Folks,
Read
with
it.
that,
Alright.
from John chapter 3
It says Romans 7:12. It says, "Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and
This
just."
will separate us from the nation.
Yep.
See? Why? Because the law, statutes, commandments, man, the Lord gave Israel to govern themselves by, man. All right, this kept us separate. This was kept us holy. This was kept us being a peculiar people to the Lord. You know why? Because we walked in the way of Yahweh Shemashah, which was the commandment.
Yep.
That's why I say, look at the generation of old, man. All right. What you got, dog?
This is and just and good.
Just and good. Bring that up.
1 John 5:3. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
The commandments are not grievous, but they are just and good. It's for our benefit, man.
Yeah.
They prolong your life.
Yep.
You brought out what the wages of sin is death. You know? What I say, this is the book of commandments that,
They wonder why they get gout.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. While your blood pressure high,
You know what I'm saying?
gotta get Big Mama foot cut out.
Heart problem.
They wonder
Heart
why
problems,
they in the
yeah.
hospital. You know what I'm saying? Come
Hey,
on, man.
and then you think about it, the other nations, they can pretty much do what the hell they want to do, man. They can eat what they want, they can live however, man.
All
Eat,
shark fin soup.
and nothing happens. Health is a horse, run a mile.
Yeah.
You look at Moab, man.
Right.
Moab is
Tip top
incredible.
shape. You
Incredible
don't see
shape.
too many obese Moabites.
Man, hell no. But Jake, you try that shit, man, you finished.
Jake dead.
Man, Jake, yeah, you might die. You might double over right there, man, at the table.
Jake throwing this shit up like that, man.
Die cracking a
Crab
crab
leg.
leg.
That shit disgusting, man. You gotta put on all
You see the bitch, she was cracking it
That's some
down.
nasty
She was
shit,
cracking
man.
up. This bitch didn't have no arms. She was at the table eating
Cracking
crab
with her
legs
feet.
with her feet, man. They say they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they know not. Dang.
Jake will find a way to weaken it.
Yep.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Right, because this is the GPS, the salvation. Remember, wisdom and knowledge of this is good.com, man. And without that getting, you get what? Get understanding. All right? And by that, you gonna what? You gonna do the deeds that the Lord has commanded you to do. You know, one way how to we were speaking on earlier, is get the blood of our hand. All right, and the Lord say what? Go to the highways and the hedges and beg them to the marriage. You know, so that's a commandment from the Lord, man.
You had one for Rob?
Okay.
This is Romans 3:27. Where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law of works? Nay, but by the law of faith. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law.
But remember, brought out James 2:12. You gotta have both.
It says it's
Which means you go into what it's talking about we don't have to make those these are the sacrifices that we would have to make to get back in the good graces with Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. Now all we have to do is repent and through faith believe that we are cleansed but it's through the word though. To coming back to the word, that's what cleanses us. That don't mean you just I'm sorry and fire a cigarette.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Christians.
Yeah. Jake,
Yeah, I've been
Jake,
baptized.
Jake, in the Christian church got the ashtray by the prayer table,
Yeah.
he dumping the ashes, put the cigarette out, say his prayers, get back up, and fire jump back up. Like, nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah, it goes into it. It says, is he the Most High of the Jews only? Is he not also the Gentiles? Yes, yes of the Gentiles also, seeing it is one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision through faith. Do we then make void the law through faith? The Most High forbid. Yeah, we establish the law. So, to sum it all up, we don't cast away the law. The laws are perfect. There's fault within us.
Jump to Romans 6 and 14.
Yeah, when you go into the established, it means we continue in the law.
Yeah, that's what I just want to get to.
This is Romans 6 and 14. For sin shall not have dominion over you. For ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? The Most High forbid.
Yeah, we establish the law through faith. Keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability.
That it don't get no plainer than that. Read that again, and then read it one more time.
What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace?
So, what's the parable in that? That's a plain question. So, should we sin? Should we sin because we are under grace and not under the law?
The Most High forbid.
Don't that sum it all? Don't that pretty much sum it all up? Do we need to keep the laws? Like, now what's to argue about after that statement is made? That's why Apostle Paul was appointed. Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 15 and 20. He hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin.
License to sin. So his sacrifice on the cross, you license it.
Right. Just do what you want.
Man, back to your dog don't matter.
Yeah.
all the unclean animals ran off the mountain with the pigs. I heard all type of stupid shit they'll say, man.
All the unclean.
All the unclean pigs ran off the mountain.
That don't make sense.
You know, when he put the unclean spirits
Yeah, I
in
know what you're talking about.
all,
I'm just saying,
all the
When you're looking at the dealing with the water, dealing with the sea, the Lord created them type of shellfishes like catfish, lobster, the crab, to clean the sea.
everything has a purpose.
Everything has a purpose. And here it is, Esau fucking it up, and look how Jacob took it.
Yep. Can a brother get that in 1 Timothy 4 and 2?
But the law will give you certain foods you can eat and certain foods you can't eat, bro.
And that's simple eating. Like that's something that's not grievous at all. Like you got chicken, you got
lamb.
turkey, you got all these different meats you can eat. You know, y'all gotta have pork and shrimp and lobster and crab. Like that's why I say it's not grievous. You know.
And then on that, all these foods will destroy you.
Yep.
All these women out here, you want to pop another man.
Yeah. All these.
Right.
Yep.
I was just meditating on that today, you know. Fucking, I said, Mo, you know, like, Mo, come on now.
Like, why you want to get with a dude?
Come on.
But we know why. But just for the ones that don't understand, this is what it's really for. You know, to hopefully let they don't, it's because the churches are being emptied out through the spirit, man. You know, and it's really because of y'all, like Vocab Malone and you so-called apologists trying to come against the truth. Like the scriptures say, you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. So as much as you trying to come against the truth, the more that it's actually just fulfilling the truth. It's fulfilling prophecy. It's like Jacob's waking up, man.
This is James.
Sorry, give me that Timothy.
This is
Yeah.
this is 1 Timothy 2 and 18.
No. I think it's the 4th chapter.
This is 1 Timothy 4. 1 Timothy 4:1. It reads, "Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrine of devils."
Right. And that main seducing doctrine of the devil is Christianity. Right? Now, read verse 2 and then jump down. You can jump down to 4. That's really the point. And read 4 and 5.
All right, this is 1 Timothy 4:2. Speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience seared
With a hot iron.
with a hot iron, forbidding. So like it, jumping down to verse
4.
4. For every creature of the Most High is good and nothing to be refused.
Right. So this is a part where they'll use and say that it's good to eat, nothing to be refused. Right. So you eat roaches, you eat maggots, you know. Like, so come on, think logically. It's certain things you know, but their conscience has been seared with that hot iron. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for pork. My ancestors, that's all we had.
They try to go to slavery.
That he justified.
Yeah.
That he justified his.
Living high off the hog.
That's his conscience. Like, being seared with a hot iron. Like, oh, okay. It's all. I would have died if I couldn't have ate pork.
Right.
Mama Boosie said that shit, man. Yeah. Boosie said that shit.
And see how he turned out.
All right.
Go ahead.
1 Timothy 4:4. For every creature of the Most High is good and nothing to be refused, if it be received with thanksgiving.
So pray. So they'll take that, and in their conscience, that means as long as I pray over the pig, as long as I pray over the catfish, you know, as long as I pray that this man don't walk in and catch me popping this woman, Lord got it.
I got.
That'll finish 5. That's because 5 clears it up.
Verse 5. For it is sanctified by the word of the Most High and prayer.
It is sanctified. So you got to go into the word sanctified. What does that mean? Right? It goes into being sanctioned. So the sanctions are in the laws. So they tell you what you are to receive. It's a way you deal with a pig and a crab and a shrimp. They're good for their purpose because they have been sanctioned for a certain purpose. You know. But that's my point.
Actually, keep reading on that.
Verse 6. If thou put the brethren in remembrance of the things
Out of remembrance of what things? The law.
thou shalt be a good minister of Yahweh HaMashiach, nourished up in the words of faith
Words of faith, the scriptures.
and of good doctrine, whereunto thou hast attained.
Yeah, this is that good doctrine, the law.
Yep.
These scriptures, this is what, that's that good doctrine. That's the words of faith. And then verse 7.
Verse 7. But refuse profane and old wise fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness.
Yeah, so it says avoid or refuse profane and old wives' fables, you know, like worldly parables and worldly wisdom, so to speak.
Yep.
Hey, just stick to the scriptures, man.
It say godliness. So godliness is of the law. So you got to exercise yourself in those things, right?
I got one. Job 14:4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Just back you up on but the scripture, they try to pray over it,
Right.
And pork and, no man, he said who can bring a clean thing out of unclean? Not one, man.
And you try to make the Most High a hypocrite.
Right. Exactly.
But if he said it's unclean, then you pray to him to make it clean.
Make it clean. Yeah.
He ain't finna go back on his word. He said not even for his name's sake.
Oh, y'all put hands on?
1 John 5, and you said 5 and 10, huh?
Start at 10.
Come. 1 John 5 and 10. He that believeth on the Son of the Most High hath the witness in himself. He that believeth,
What's the witness? The testimony. Go back to the prophets. Go ahead.
he that believeth not the Most High hath made him a liar, because he believeth not the record that the Most High gave of his Son.
Go.
And this is the record that the Most High hath given to us eternal life, and this life is in his Son Yahushua. He that hath the Son hath life, and he that hath not the Son of the Most High hath not life.
And one more. Read 14.
Verse 14. And this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears
No,
us.
read 13 and 14.
Like
If we ask what?
that if we ask anything according to his will,
According
he
to
hears us.
what?
According to his will,
According to his will.
he hears us. I'm gonna jump up to 13.
So when you praying over that pork, are you praying over that man's wife? Lord ain't hearing your ass. That ain't in his will.
1 John 5 and 13.
Yeah.
These things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yahweh.
So you gotta believe in the name of Yahweh. That's so powerful. You know, you don't believe in the name, you finished. You don't believe in Yahweh, you finished. You know?
That ye may know that ye have eternal life, and that ye may believe on the name of the Son of the Most High.
So the names keep popping up. You see? Read 14.
Verse 14. And this is the confidence
Let's
that
go back into believing. The confidence, the faith. Hebrews 11, 6. Yeah. 11, 1.
and this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will,
To his will. Hey, one of his will is wait. He long suffering. It said so like the second chapter, it said, woe to you that have lost patience, because you believe in not. You know? So we want to wait, you know, and do the work. You know?
Hey, that's showing love.
That's love.
Having patience, because real patience going back to what suffering. You know, we suffering because we want the kingdom of heaven like yesterday, man. You know, but you got to remember, everything got to go forward to how the Lord wrote it.
if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us.
Yeah. So with that, help me brothers edified. Again, give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Hey, double honors to our elders and peace and blessing. Hopefully next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ba.
Baraka Akim.
You get that check on that.
Hit the white box.